What Nigerians are witnessing right now is a turning point, and it did not happen suddenly. It is the result of years of tension, repeated debates, rising public anger, and growing pressure on the government to act more firmly. At the center of this moment is Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, a man whose voice has remained loud in conversations about insecurity, especially in the north. Over time, Gumi became known for speaking openly about armed groups, their motivations, and how he believed the crisis could be managed. He consistently pushed the idea that dialogue could reduce violence, arguing that understanding the roots of the problem was better than relying only on force. For a long while, his words carried weight. Government officials listened. Media platforms gave him space. Supporters defended him strongly. But today, the situation has clearly changed. In recent days, his latest appeal did not land the way previous ones did. Instead of slowing down or reconsidering security plans, authorities moved in the opposite direction. Security operations did not reduce, they increased. Patrols expanded. Intelligence efforts deepened. Coordination among agencies became tighter. The message was clear. The government has chosen action over persuasion. This shift did not come out of nowhere. For many Nigerians, patience has worn thin. People living in affected communities have heard promises before. They have listened to speeches. They have watched negotiations come and go. Yet insecurity continued to disrupt daily life. Roads remained unsafe. Farmers stayed away from their land. Schools closed. Families lived with fear. So when news spread that security forces were intensifying their operations despite Gumi's appeal, public reaction was immediate. Many Nigerians openly welcomed it. They said the time for endless talk was over. They argued that the priority must be protecting lives, restoring confidence, and reclaiming areas that have been unstable for too long. At the same time, others expressed concern. They warned that ignoring influential voices completely could create new problems. They asked whether force alone could truly solve a crisis that has social and economic roots. These opposing views show just how divided opinions still are. Please, if you are following this analysis so far and you value clear explanations like this, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us continue bringing you balanced and easy to understand stories like this. Now, let us slow this down and look deeper at what this moment really represents. The failure of Gumi's appeal is not just about him as an individual. It signals a broader change in national strategy and public mood. The government appears to be saying that while dialogue may have its place, it can no longer delay decisive action. Security agencies are being given room to operate with fewer public pauses and fewer compromises. For people on the ground, this brings mixed emotions. Some feel it's safer seeing increased presence of security forces. Others are watching closely, hoping that these operations will be disciplined, professional, and focused on protecting civilians. Trust is fragile, and everyone knows that how these operations are carried out matters as much as the operations themselves. Another important point is how this situation affects future voices in the insecurity debate. Religious leaders, traditional rulers, and community figures may now rethink how they engage publicly. The response to Gumi's appeal shows that influence has limits, especially when public pressure is leaning heavily toward firm action. This moment also reflects something deeper. Nigerians are demanding results. They are no longer satisfied with explanations alone. They want visible improvement. They want to travel freely. They want businesses to function normally. They want children to go to school without fear. The government, by intensifying security efforts, is placing itself under even greater scrutiny. Once force becomes the main approach, expectations rise sharply. People will judge success not by statements, but by outcomes. Any sign of progress will strengthen confidence. Any setback will raise serious questions. And let us be honest, the stakes are high. This is not just about security strategy. It affects the economy, national unity, and public trust. It shapes how citizens see leadership and how the world views Nigeria's stability. As this story continues, one thing remains clear. The era of soft responses is fading. Whether this new direction brings lasting peace is something only time will tell. But Nigerians are watching closely and they are no longer silent. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next part of this developing story. Your support makes a real difference. As this situation keeps unfolding, the atmosphere across the country is changing in a very noticeable way.